Hi everyone, it's December 2021. It's almost holiday time, and we've got Santa and his teddy bear, and sort of a cloudy day, sort of nice. Welcome to the Excellent Universe channel that helps you have an excellent life, more safer, cleaner, not more safer, cleaner, more peaceful, less war on the planet, less trouble. And so please if you like the video, click on the thumbs up button. It's going to help people. It's going to be the easiest way to have a really good planet, or at least better than the alternative, to have a less polluted, more peaceful planet with people getting along, not having so much trouble, and being healthier. Okay, so you got to listen. If you want to, you can click on the Excellent Universe channel area below, and then you can see my other videos. You can also share my videos if you do some of those things, and please comment below also in the comment area, because this is going to help other people to see the videos, talk about these ideas, spread them, because if you do this things, it's going to be the easiest way to have better time on the planet and in the solar system. We got to also, besides watching out for the planet, we're also now polluting space pretty badly. We got to look out for that and take care of that as well. And even though it looks like I'm in a nice place, take a look right here. Sorry to interrupt the view, but take a look. I don't know if you could see all the pollution. That's ocean pollution. This is ocean water here. We've got one ocean. All the water is, it commingles, despite people saying there are different oceans, but it's all connected together. The waterways are connected. The Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic, and everything. The water, there's no separation between the water. So the pollution that you just saw, which is right here in this little boat harbor, it's if it's not cleaned up here, which I do a little bit of ocean cleanup, and I suggest all of you get to the beach and clean up the beach or the ocean areas and get the trash out of the water. But anyway, this garbage here could end up in your food as it breaks down. And if you eat fish, or even some people eat ocean seaweed and other seafoods, the chemicals and components that are right here in the water could easily get into your body. And there's some paint on a wooden panel down here. Could be lead paint. My point is, it's not good. We have increased rates of cancer and other diseases. We're being less healthy than people in the past. And a lot of it has to do, frankly, with modern education, because people never realize that we might end up in a situation which we are in now, with too many people creating too many products, polluting the planet, and just harming the plants, animals, and everything else on the planet. And so this video is about the state of things 2021. We have not stopped pollution into the oceans, into the atmosphere. Hopefully everybody does better in the future. And this is a video trying to encourage everybody to realize what's happening, and you can take actions to stop it. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you are. You can talk to your friends or communicate in some way. I guess it does matter who you are, but almost everybody that can watch this video, you can communicate somehow to other people to, stop using so many products and chemicals. But actually, realistically, with the number of people that we have on the planet, and they all need to have items in order to survive, whether it's food, utensils, plates, clothing, shelter, and items to keep healthy and exercise and sleep. We need a lot of things to have an optimal life. And since everybody needs these things, that's one of the reasons why, although we don't need there's a lot of junk that we see being produced as well, but people don't always know what's junk and what's harmful, and we just have way too many people on the planet in 2021. I think it's over 6 billion, approaching 8 billion people with a B. And what's happening right now, we don't have any major wars going on. We have so-called pandemic, which other people call endemic disease, which is this relatively new disease people have. Where did it come from? Education and research. Although other people deny it and they say it was caused naturally, but actually it looks now that this newer disease, which I'm not saying what it is, because apparently we have censorship on the channel, and if I say the word, then you might never be able to see this video. So you just gotta look. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. 2020, 2021, big pandemic. And but it looks like it was caused by research. Oh my gosh. So a lot of times we're just overconfident, and we have way too many people eating and messing with the nature and wild animals, and then now it looks like doing research and modifying nature to see, like, oh, could this be dangerous? Oops, oh my gosh, it's super dangerous. Okay, millions of people die because people are gonna make mistakes. We gotta expect this. So don't do dangerous things where if you make a mistake, millions of people will die. So we gotta rethink what we're doing, folks. Okay. Here in the United States, something that we're going through is government. There again, although it's good that we get to vote and choose our representatives in government, but we need to be much more careful because we're supporting incredible spending, which is also unsustainable, and they're spending, I don't know, I think that the amount of money the government takes in, they might be spending 3 times as much. And also, too, we have to rethink the whole idea of, can government just vote to take as much money as they want from you? That's sort of a scary idea. It's caused great trouble in the past, and I would argue, except for in a wartime situation, and even then it should be voluntary, like people want to protect their country. They're going to buy war bonds and so on and so forth. So it would be much better if we didn't have a automatic mechanism, where government just gets to take as much money as it wants, or in what's happening right now is we don't allow them to print as much money, or basically borrow it from the Federal Reserve, and then they're never going to pay it back, looks like. And it causes certain people to become very wealthy. Whoever gets that money first, which is newly created money, they have the resources to have the children and have the nice homes and things like that, and buy too many products and so on and so forth. But that's, in a way, money printing approved by the Federal Reserve, and it's just not good. It's like it's effectively destroying the wealth of everybody else. So it's not direct stealing. It's not directly stealing, but it's right next to it. It's just bad. It's immoral. Okay, so in the past, of course, countries used metal, gold and silver, and why did they want to get away from it? Is because, well, it took energy and you had to make an effort to get this gold and silver, and it seemed much easier just to use paper, which they call a fiat currency. And what does fiat mean? It means not real. It's the same as fake. And if you're not familiar with these ideas, take a look into it. It's spelled F-I-A-T, and it means basically that, you know, it's just paper. It is valuable because people will, you know, or it might even be electronic. People would say, well, it's just using a bank card. You never see the paper money. So okay, that's true. But anyway, the reason why people accept it and will give you goods and food and things in return is just because it used to be a receipt for gold and silver, and so people got into the habit of saying, like, okay, you know, this is good, it's good money. But then finally they said, okay, no, you can't exchange it for gold and silver anymore. And what other choice did people have but to keep using the paper, because they didn't have the gold? And so basically at that point, that was a massive government theft. Although it's too late because those people are dead, but the government should be prosecuted, and we should reverse the decision and, you know, to give people back their wealth, which is, say it's worth gold. And if you want to exchange the paper for gold, it's going to be a certain amount. And government should take that step, because it's just a matter of time before a huge disaster, which, since I'm doing this video about the state of things in 2021, we're headed toward a big disaster. We've got inflation because of printing all this money. Inflation is caused by too much money and not enough goods. It can happen because production is way down, or it can happen because too much money is printed, or both. And so we're heading, at this point, I don't know about production. With the pandemic, the disease going around, a lot of people wanted to leave their jobs, but we, you know, in a way we have sort of a booming sectors of the economy as people stay home and use the money that they would have used traveling around and on events. They're using the money to buy goods, and so there's that economic boost in orders of goods and items, so on and so forth. But on the other hand, prices are going up of certain things because they're not being produced enough, and as I said, too much money being printed. I need to get to a shady area because it's very sunny. And so like I said, if we don't get back to a reasonable system, which now people will say, if you just don't print too much currency, everything is going to be fine. Don't print too many bills. As the population grows, just print enough to keep things like the per person amount of dollars is fine, stable, and then you shouldn't have inflation. And some people worry about deflation, like prices going down. That's terrible. Oh, well, actually, prices going down helps people get what they need. A good way to reduce prices is if we slowly, gradually, peacefully, by using human rights and education, just to encourage people to have fewer children, and we reduce the population, everything will be cheaper because there'll be fewer people competing for those resources, and we're going to need that because we need to greatly reduce our pollution, which means it will be more expensive. All goods will potentially be more expensive, although we can use efficiency, like robots and other things, to produce the goods we need in a cheaper way. But if we have fewer people and reduce our population to stop pollution, it's going to help. And but as we reduce our pollution, that's a more expensive way, because you're taking care of the pollution before it escapes into the environment, which is a very good thing. And you need more equipment and more sophisticated techniques to do that. Or you just got to stop making certain things. And so then if you cut out certain products, maybe like plastic bags or something, well then that's going to make paper bags and trees worth more, or whatever you use instead of the plastic bags. There will be more competition and more demand. And when there's more demand for a set amount of something, then people can raise the price. They can get people to pay more, and that's not a bad thing. But anyway, so prices would go up. But if we have fewer people, reduce the population, which is what we need to do in 2021, things will be better. So believe me, just promote these ideas, reduce the population. It's going to be a lot better. And because right now we have almost 6% inflation, I believe, in the last couple months. And why? Because the United States government printed a whole ton of money, and those rich, whoever borrowed that money or got that money first and spent it, they're like, the rich jerks that are stealing from you, essentially. And it's not direct, it's indirect theft. It's an erosion of your buying power of your money and your income. So it's not worth as much. Whatever you're getting paid, not worth as much. Companies are going to have to increase how much they pay, although they can't keep up, so people get poorer, more miserable. And anyway, so that's what's happening right now. Thanks for listening, and comment, like, subscribe, and things are going to be a lot better, because we can take care of all this. Just get the good ideas out there, and things are going to be a lot better. Stop voting just for spending and more taxation, you nutty people. That's terrible. That's like, it's not good. Monopoly is bad, and when government takes over the money, and it's like a monopoly power that who else can do that? Just take money from you, and don't necessarily get the services that are provided necessarily. See, maybe you don't. And they have a monopoly on just basically stealing money. It's wrong. You socialists, communists, a lot of just common Republicans and Democrats that support the current system. That's just wrong. And look into the past. We didn't have this income tax. You could pay for goods and services, and we got to get to a voluntary system that maybe you fill out some sort of application every year instead of tax forms. You say like, okay, I want health care, and here I'm willing to pay this much, or I want the military, I want environmental protection, so on and so forth. And certain things you're going to have to pay for, and also pay for through the private sector, especially education. Forcing other people to pay for your children's education, that's new, and it's not good. And when I say new, I mean it's historically, in the last 200 years, it's a new idea, and we've gone a little bit nuts in our society. So we got to stop this, reverse it, and things will be much better. Okay, we're going to be healthier, so just keep head in that direction. Thank you very much.